Test. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2.
Double test. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Hey, whoa! Don't give out phone numbers like that.
Hey, we are turning the chaos into they lost, but you're safe here with us, breaking down always profound. Welcome to the Damn Podcast with your boy, the DA, and the homie MD. Coming through with what you need to make your peace guaranteed.
This is scripted.
How you doing, bro?
I am awesome.
Amazing.
I'm doing good, bud. I'm doing good.
Episode number 2.
Are we doing this? This is happening.
Hey, we already put one in the books. Why not another?
Yeah, and I listened to like a little bit of it, and I'm gonna start not doing that. That's gonna be a thing. Like I just don't want to.
I don't want to hear me ever.
Yeah, it's no. It's not that. Like I've actually laughed at my own jokes. It's probably not a good sign. Sounds very narcissistic. Like, hey, but like sometimes I crack myself up.
If you're a funny person, you're a funny person.
I don't think I am.
It is what it is.
I think I find.
I don't think I am.
No.
I don't think I do anything well. I think I'm a little loser boy, and I will never be anything. Motherfucker, man up. Man up. Take responsibility for the good shit that you do. Okay? Will you do that for me, sir?
All right.
As my fucking compatriot in this world where we're trying to conquer.
Bro, fucking...
you gotta fucking know what you're gonna do, bro.
Yeah, what were we doing before this?
Be about it.
What was it?
Be about it.
I'll bring that bit back into it. We'll do it.
I mean, you have an idea in your head, and it's already
gone. Oh, what was I going to talk about? I had so much stuff to say.
Please not crack cocaine again,
Crack
bro.
cocaine!
Too much. People ain't trying to
hear
crack cocaine
hell of a drug.
Day long,
nah, it's good shit, man.
Yo, The Wire. Y'all need to watch The Wire. That was a beautiful television show.
Are you promoting fucking television shows?
Yeah, man. Respect HBO when it fucking matters.
HBO Max, dude,
when it matters.
Delicious.
HBO, I don't know if it matters as much anymore.
I don't think I've ever watched The Wire, though. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Like, if you're, like, The Last of Us,
great show. Am so busy.
He has not seen The Last of Us yet, which makes him a sad individual. But,
plus, I love my dog.
I mean, it is what it is. Like... The Last of Us, I started watching it.
I watched a little bit of that.
At the beginning, I wasn't really feeling it either.
It's slow, but it's meant to be slow. That's what I'm talking about. The difference between like limited series and these 90-minute fucking movies.
Yeah.
Like there's a reason movies have started getting a little bit longer is they dive into fucking character.
For sure. I mean, The Last of Us, by the time you hit episode 7, you're hooked.
I haven't gotten there yet.
When you hit episode 8, you're like, holy fuck.
How many episodes are there?
When you hit episode 9, you're like, this is the final episode, and this is one of the greatest shows I've seen in a while.
Somebody was watching it.
That's how The Last of Us was for me.
At a place of work, where I make money, and they were watching it, and I think it was like episode 7 or 8, and they were like, "Yo, this shit's fucking fire," but I still have zero fucking ideas what's going on.
Yeah,
that's what they said.
No, that is
so.
That's perfect.
I haven't gotten to that point though.
That's perfect because you don't really understand everything they're talking about until the final episode.
How many are there? Are there 10?
9.
9. Yeah. Why the 9? Why the 9?
Because that's how many episodes it took to tell the story that they wanted to tell.
It's the Illuminati. It has something to do with the number 9. Hashtag Eddie Bravo.
I don't know how Eddie Bravo circulates.
He's a good guy, man. He kicked my ass. I know that.
Oh, I mean, sure, but so can almost anyone.
Hey, that's weird. That's definitely not true.
With an XY chromosome. Oh my goodness! Did I just say that shit out loud? Fuck! Damn! I did it again.
I don't even know what you're trying to do. Are you trying to roast me and it's not working?
Maybe. I mean,
you have to continue because I still don't get the joke.
I'm not saying you're a pussy. I'm just saying that
I have one, and nobody is supposed to know about that, Drew.
I'm sorry.
We talked about this prior to goddamn red lights on right now. Okay?
Reconstructive surgery.
No.
Reconstructive smurgery. It's all the same thing.
I didn't develop a pussy.
You were born one.
I was born with one. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I get confused about that sometimes.
Yes,
like
still okay though.
We lived on like the male floor of our dorm, but somehow I ended up with the roommate with the pussy.
Yeah,
What happens? Shit happens.
and I threw you so many hints, and you turned me down so many times.
Yep, every fucking time.
And then I moved on to women.
Good for you, bro. Good for you.
And then somehow I developed some kind of like melting like lightning rod that just like let's talk about something else.
See, by him being gay first allowed him to reach multiple new levels of pussification.
All right, Drew. Is that you? Were you talking about defining stuff?
That's where you pull it in. It's
what?
Molding it into the ultimate being.
It's like a. I don't like you right now.
I mean, it sounds.
What are you doing, by the way?
It sounds something like a vacuum cleaner.
You know, everything that you've been doing right now is gonna be picked up on audio.
What are you talking?
You've been messing with a fucking. I don't know. I don't want to say it because we don't have video. We're not gonna do video. But you've been messing with some shit, and I've been listening to it.
You don't know what I'm doing. They don't know what I'm doing.
I told you I wasn't gonna chew ice anymore.
Good for you. That's a
point.
That's a
because
huge
I knew
move.
It picked up on audio.
That's a huge move. You're an amazing individual when you put your mind to it.
I'm a producer. That's what I do. I'm a writer. I'm a go-getter, man. I'm not at all.
So you go get her, man?
Oh, yeah. That's what I do, man. Like I said before.
It's crazy.
It's part of the strategy.
I would just go get her.
You got to take care of him first, right?
Yeah. Take him out. Take him out.
Yeah. You got to please
Put him on a nice date.
Yeah. No.
Get yourself a nice restaurant.
No. I put in the work, bro.
Put some money in. And then he's so interested in you that you can sweep in and take her. It's simple math.
It is a very, very mischievous plan, but it works almost 100% of the time.
Boom.
I told you,
simplest threesome ever.
Hold on, dude. I gotta get some shit out of my throat. Oh. Do you have a cough button?
Get it off your chest.
All right. So do you remember?
I do have a button. I can press it.
Do you have one of those? All right. So do you remember when we were in Wilmington? Don't do anything.
What are you talking about?
Don't fuck with shit.
Don't tell me what to do.
He's about to edit the show as it's producing.
What are you talking about, man? I'm not doing anything right now.
When we were in Wilmington, it wasn't Wilmington. What is that town called? Can we shout out to that small town, or should we not? Because people could find us there. Do you like how small that spot is? Is that live right now? Is that being? I like that. Let's keep it going.
Oh yeah, smooth.
Can you drop? Is it time for Drew's first 8 bars?
Should I drop something?
It's time. I like this beat too.
We're in a freak.
Son, and you're only allowed 8 bars.
Ooh, 8 bars?
Yeah, so pick carefully.
I don't even know if I have 8 bars, but
can I be your hype man?
Rock, paper, scissors, like them niggas get gone.
Whoa.
Always top level on the shit that I'm on. Always bomb, walk up the spit con. Ooh, honey's like, yo, it's on. New age Don Juan, morning like the new dawn. Trying to make another hit, but that shit be too strong.
All right.
Every music note, I don't even know what I'm doing, but I'm flowing in the boat. Just trying to float, trying to fucking get past the moat. But you know that all the cake is more loquacious. I don't even know what I'm saying. Oh, no, you didn't.
Cut it.
Yo, cut that shit.
It's gonna. I think you started out very strong.
I started out pretty strong, but I lost this shit. I'm like, your word is blunt. Yo.
Yeah, my buddy still
stays
beast.
Time it, though. I don't
all right,
know
cut
what it's
it,
like
cut
sublimely flow. We doing this shit.
8 bars was done like 30 minutes ago.
I don't know if we got 8 bars for show. I got about 22 for anybody whoop out.
You know you have a style, right?
We motherfucking blowing out every fucking crew. Cause y'all niggas gonna say, boss, what the fuck you talking about, my dog?
8 bars.
Go out.
Boss.
Y'all.
Boss.
We just chilling. We like the boss.
Hey.
Yo, what are we doing, man? What was that?
That was your...
I don't even know what that was.
That was your idea.
I just blanked out for a second.
That's where you go to, right?
I'm not sure where I am anymore.
You do that a lot, by the way. We'll be like just shopping for items in a store, and this guy just starts like fucking freestyling to like some random... Sometimes he's not even talking to anybody. He's just talking to a fucking t-shirt on the wall.
Beautiful stuff.
And people come up to me and are like...
Hey, it was a nice design. It was a nice design.
You and your friend okay? And I'm like, I mean, I'm okay, but you probably need to go check in on it.
Nah, man, you try to blow up my spot, man. I'm chill. I'm chill as hell in the public. I ain't trying to scare
I'm the
nobody.
only one that's doing social fucking experiments in public.
For sure, no. Like, talk about your dude, the AT&T thing today, man.
What? What do you mean?
We were just chilling in the
I know,
Target,
but I
right?
just know how sales work.
We're just chilling in the Target.
I know how sales work.
Homeboy, we see two. We see AT&T dude and AT&T chick.
AT&T.
Yeah, but we didn't know what they were.
I just know a dude that's about to pitch me
He came
something.
at her. He's like, "Hey, you want to talk about some deal
her?
today?"
I didn't come at
no. The dude came at you like, "Hey, you want to talk about this?" And you just fucking got
Tell-
right over. It's like,
I know,
"Oh yeah, I'm so excited about your deal. What's up, man? What's up with your deal, man?"
Right.
And dude,
So this is from a third person perspective.
Let me pull this back, bro.
Did he though? Did you feel he did?
He killed it.
Yes, he did.
He killed it. He was like,
fucking killed it. He's like, you're
they
not
tryna-
a regular guy.
They trying to blow me out right now.
I'm on to you, guy.
Every spec I need to fucking put y'all motherfuckers
I
in your
love
place.
human experience. I'm such an introvert at heart. I really am. Like, I'm so happy just like not talking to anybody.
Yeah.
But
No, that's how I was
so
sitting.
crazy
I was sitting out there. I was just like, yo, this, like, you're talking to the dude. Dude's like,
well, if you were to view, damn, dude. Right. Hold on, let me get that out.
yeah.
So you see me from like I can even tell you people at work would say the same thing. I don't mind sitting at a table all by myself. Leave me the fuck alone, dude.
First off,
And I have some I have friends. They've developed by them coming up to me,
yeah,
and they're like, "Hey, man, like," and it's this repetitive behavior of them introducing themselves, and then I kind of, I'm just like I question everybody that comes into my life.
first off, was the girl cute to you?
Who girl? I'm talking about guys.
No, I'm just saying when with the two AT&T people. Was the girl cute?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
She's intimidating. Too.
Yeah. No, I understand.
But you
And that
talk
was
to
what's
him, too. You
interesting
talk to
about
him.
the whole
But
thing.
I'm not, like I'm saying.
I know you weren't
like
trying to swoop in.
No.
I wasn't really trying to swoop in. We were both in a chill mood.
Dude, I'm concentrating on myself, bro. I'm not trying to waste anybody's time.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to waste my time or their time. I mean, if I was to be like a horn dog about some shit, yeah. I mean, of course, like, but
No, I mean,
I'd already give her the respect that she's not that type of girl.
Yeah.
You have to literally, you're gonna have to put in some work, and that's a bad thing to say. Work, right? You have to be not work. You have to be like really invested in. She's that type of girl to me. I felt like she was, so like I respected that.
Yeah.
She seemed like someone I'd bring home to mom.
She seemed cute. She seemed down to earth.
Yes,
and that's what you're looking for.
Yes.
Like an attractive girl who's down to earth. That's really all a dude really was looking for.
But how old do you think she was? Like 12, 13?
Fuck you, dude. Get out of here with that shit.
You're not into them?
No, man. She was at least 18, though.
She was probably in her 20s.
Yeah, she
You
was
forget how
probably in her
old
20s.
you are, bro.
I mean, sure. Like,
That dude was definitely. How old do you think that dude was?
25?
But I give him like I give him like 27, 28.
He was in control.
Did you see his sleeve? Did you see the fucking pants he was wearing?
I wasn't really checking him out.
No,
like that, dude.
I looked him up and down, dude.
I was
This
like,
dude's wearing fucking
this is
plaid.
an
He's
attractive
wearing-
dude. There's no point in me even
Listen,
sizing
dude.
myself up
No,
to this
no,
guy.
listen.
I don't
He's
size
wearing the
myself
AT&T
up to,
shirt, which
to
I did pay attention to.
other dudes who are fucking on their game.
Oh,
I'm just like,
oh,
respect
let me-
game.
let me-
Game respects game.
Yeah, but you don't even know what game is.
Dude, I know what game is.
So you walked in. Do you remember what you were wearing?
Dude, I wasn't worried about game. I was wearing a fucking anime t-shirt.
So I'm just seeing
and
this guy
fucking-
sized
and
up, right?
fucking
This
blue
guy is
shorts.
fucking wearing these plaid fucking dress pants.
Black
fucking
shorts.
His?
No, me.
Oh, word. And then fucking Kohan fucking just shoes, just like
See, you're naming,
Platted up, bro.
brands that I'm just like, yo, I don't give a fuck.
I don't either.
But you know them.
But so I'm like, none of that fucking matters anyway. Sometimes I feel like within like these episodes we do get a little lost, and like I feel like I might be a little emotional attached to like certain like it's not necessarily materialistic items, but like I definitely was like, this guy knows how to. I looked at myself then. I don't even know if I was wearing the same stuff that I'm wearing right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're thinking about that. You're just like, oh,
but
I'm
I
not
shouldn't
on the
though.
same.
I shouldn't.
I'm not
I
on the
shouldn't.
same game level as this guy.
Yeah,
That's
because
what you were
because
thinking?
It's
That's
not. That's not
interesting.
healthy. It's not healthy.
No, it's not. Like, not at all.
But I did walk into that conversation as soon as I knew both of the. Listen, we were sitting there at that one aisle, and I saw them before they even saw me, and I saw them and how they were like trying to pitch their ideas to people that were just walking by them. You know, they were stationary.
Yeah. No one was really talking to him though.
No. And I just gave him the, and I got his
the
fucking number
that
now.
they were looking for. Yeah.
His name's fucking AJ.
Hey, man.
Anybody want his fucking number?
Hey.
Should I spit out? Should I shout out his?
If
fucking
I'm
number?
trying to save $5 and get a new phone by switching over from Verizon to AT&T, we know who to call right now. We know we got the name now. But
you can't, this
I'm
is
not
a
worried
sponsor.
about it.
And you keep doing
I'm
that.
not worried about. What are you talking about?
You just like keep throwing out names.
Name calling Verizon
and
AT&T.
You did Red Bull. You did fucking AT&T. We're not sponsoring anybody. AT&T's fucking awesome. My mom used to work for them.
If you love me, you love me. If you hate me, fuck you.
Oh, you
Whoa.
should. Yeah, you should say that.
Whoa. I'm sorry. I'm gonna.
If people like you,
that.
that's really cool. If people don't like you,
I don't
that
mean
just
that
sucks.
from the heart. I just mean that from the surface. If you want to dig,
Sucks for you, not me.
Hey man,
I'm okay with people not liking you.
Cool. I'd love people not to like me because it would mean I'd have to deal with less people.
You know what's crazy, Drew, is within like I really don't know what my thoughts are on this whole podcast thing. Going into it, it seems like it's just like its own version of therapy to like, or just like kind of like I like the premise of the show. The damned means something. Mm-hmm. It's something to concentrate on.
Yeah.
Right. And we rarely even fucking get into shit, but so we should, right?
I mean, we do. I will. It's my prerogative.
It's your show
to have something that we talk about at some point. I have a topic for this.
You
episode,
have an assistant,
but I'm not pulling it up until I feel it's necessary.
Okay, so I'm gonna say silent as
No, that's not. That's not how we roll.
Oh, we don't do that.
No, we're free association.
I just want to see where your mind goes.
When it slows down, I'll pull out the big guns. But until then,
I don't know when this podcast is gonna air, but I can tell you, it's fucking late.
Oh yeah.
So we'll just say this. Oh God.
He's dying.
We're. Do you want to? We want to get into like.
It's over 9,000.
You know what? I'm gonna leave a little bit of mystery.
Mystery is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a novel.
Yeah.
We got a whole genre for that shit.
We got so much shit to talk about. What do we want to talk about? Have you ever done any like stand up, like open mic nights?
I've done open mic for music.
So
yeah,
Nick was the one.
I've never done it for comedy.
Okay, so I've done 5 minutes. I've done 10 minutes.
Oh shit!
I've done 15 minutes.
Whoa.
Okay, so you know who convinced me to do that?
Home.
You know him,
Yeah.
and we just went to the beach with him.
Okay. Got you.
He convinced me to do that.
Yeah. The dude who...
He was like, "You're funny. You should try this." And I was like, "Fuck that bullshit."
How'd you do?
I think that I was terrible.
Was the crowd reacting
I don't know.
well?
I mean, dude, listen, when I was in high school, I did theater.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of improv in my theater. Like, or theatry. As what we called it. Back in my homeland.
The theater.
Dude, I can't impersonate anybody. I'm bad. There was two guys that when I was going through high school theater that were just
King impersonators.
Seriously, like on a different level.
level.
But like in my high school, I had 2 main roles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big
Bitch, Little Bitch.
What?
Those were your 2 roles?
I played both of them. Yeah, I played the big bitch and the little bitch.
Huge.
And there was like
respectable.
it was one character that had multiple personality disorder. So it was a fight within itself. Huge monologue. No, I've only had it was fun. And what was crazy is like at the end of like the production or the whatever you call it, like, you're fucking high school student, right? But you go out and you're part of like the cast or whatever, and as like the auditorium is exiting, you're like saying thank you for coming to the show. You're like still in costume, right?
Yeah.
But you're out of character.
Yeah.
Those were fun, man. That was fun because like it was like a release of like I enjoyed that shit.
Did you play football in high school?
Freshman year.
Yeah, it's different. How good was your team?
Did you? All right. So, our rival school, the quarterback went on to graduate through University of Florida Gators.
So he was solid, and when
you
played against them, they would crap on you.
Who did Chris Leak play for? Was it Miami? Florida. Yeah. Chris Leak.
So you played against Chris Leak?
I didn't.
Yeah, okay.
No, he was on
varsity.
Yeah,
I'm sure he was like varsity freshman.
Yeah, I
year.
wasn't even playing when he was playing.
Yeah, no. I remember watching Chris Leak games in Florida. I was that dude is good as hell, bro.
Yeah.
He was too short to make it in the NFL, but I was like, yo, he's solid. As like, he was the first dude who's like, all right, I think I like University.
If anybody wants to figure out my
college
fucking, I've given so much fucking like personal information away that like people are gonna be able to find my yearbook pictures. I don't think I'm ever gonna name my.
But first, they'd have to have your yearbook.
I bet it's. I bet there's like a. Never mind. Let's not do that. I'm not gonna edge people to do that.
We're going.
Or encourage people to do that.
I'm helping out, man. For you people who are trying to fucking
figure out who this
DDoS
guy is.
This motherfucker.
I just want to educate people and tell stories, and I don't have to have. You don't need to know who I am.
I'm sorry, man.
I'd like to keep it that way. I know that's not probably going to happen.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, you do that. It plays into the main theme.
I'm going to smoke some tobacco real quick.
Yeah, it plays into the main theme of this episode. At least the main idea I meant to bring up. The last episode we talked about the Black Widow theory. Today I got a new fresh theory for you peoples. And this one is called the Infinite High School theory.
By the way, this episode is being it's on what is it? It's April 1st, 2042.
That might be correct, but I haven't checked the date, so we're going to have to run with that for now.
It's April Fool's Day.
April 1st of some time. It could be opposite day. It could be pajama day.
Drew, I knew you were going to say that.
One of them too.
God, we need to
I'm
stop
sorry.
Just don't even reference it. Don't even drop it. Just
whatever. Infinite High School, Infinite Elementary School.
Is that what we're talking about? Is that what we're going to talk about?
No, I'm just saying. That's kind of what we're talking. But it kind of pulls back to this.
Your boy's always got the sniffles, by the way.
Yeah, man.
Sorry about that.
He got problems. But I was watching or listening to a podcast or something.
What was the podcast?
Or no, it wasn't even a podcast. It was just a single form video where a guy was talking about this concept. And it was the Peter Pan syndrome. And talking about how...
Never grow up.
Yeah, exactly. It's become a big part of our society today. Everybody's trying to have
I can tell you what makes you fucking
as much fun as they can and not
Sometimes
grow up.
Sometimes it doesn't, actually. I've seen you have a kid, it forces you to grow up a little bit.
Yeah.
But I know personal friends that are still... Dude, it's so fucking hard for single fucking women out there that are raising a child. Yo! Oh my God! And she made a baby with this dude, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, she did. You know what I'm talking about. So much stuff. Talks so much stuff about him. You know, he's a good dude. He's a bad fucking father.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's a kid.
Yeah.
And then she's like, all right, we're doing good. You know? By the way, I'm hooking up with this chick, too. But I ain't having kids with her. No. By the way, actually, never mind. Let's rewind. I don't hook up with anybody. I don't want that out there.
Oh, yeah.
Can we just, like, edit that
rephrase?
No. Once or twice, maybe.
Every once in a while.
No, well, not in
But
like not like
not in a
10
while.
years. Not in like 10 years.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. Yeah, it's been a minute. So she's like, oh, we're getting along, you know, dude. All right, man. I can't say that. I can't tell you that story right now.
Oh boy.
Why are you being like that?
I'm just saying, man. You gotta
listen. All right, so I'm trying to code this shit.
You gotta spin it, man.
She is like, you know, relays to me that they're getting along now. I'm like, all right, that's good. I mean, because honestly, it's the only thing that's healthy for the kid is if the parents are getting along. You have no idea how much that matters to me. I was like, I don't need. We honestly cut everything out, like all your bullshit, because I know you're talking to other dudes too. Like, you know what I mean? She's a fucking awesome.
That's kind of how it works.
She's an awesome mom, right? Awesome mom, best mom I know, besides my mom, right? I had the best mom. I had the best mom. But she's like, we're fixing things, and then like she's talking about how they're becoming intimate again. She's like, I think we're gonna have another baby, and I was like,
what are you doing? Is this really what you want to do?
I feel bad. I feel like I shouldn't say stuff like that.
Yeah, but at the same time, you're like, yeah, I kind of hope you do.
I mean, it's good to be like,
you both figure it out.
Yeah. I want to be happy for this person, really.
Because that's the thing, like, you only.
But I was just like, she talked so much about how, like, first of all, I told her too, like, when this first started, when she was still pregnant, I was like, man, I can't give up too much of that story because this is like one of my best friends. You know what I'm saying? So the best present, the best gift that was ever given to her was her daughter. Like literally, her entire fucking album, or photos on her phone is of her child. She's, you know, it's like this is the best thing. It's like you know, as much as you're stressed out about this stuff. I want to dig on. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get off of this because you already know what I'm talking about. Is that single, regardless of your race, female that's raising a kid and like how common that is.
Yeah.
And it sucks because like if you want to talk about like our previous like things that like if you want to dig into things that like I think really maybe in other episodes or whatever is like what she's an awesome person, but it's not the person I want to settle down with, and I hate to say that, and that's me being maybe being shallow or just selfish.
Yeah, I
would love to put a ring on her finger and take care of her, but I'm not gonna like because like I take her phone call whenever she wants to talk to me. I'll sit on the phone with her for an hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours. Doesn't matter. She needs me to come somewhere and do something, I'm going to be there, right? But I can't go past that with her. And I feel like, especially when I was in my last relationship, this girl was still in my life. And the girl that I was talking to didn't like that. I still had. Yeah, like these other relationships.
No, I mean, that's a really interesting concept that you hit on, that how guys will adapt to the women in their life.
I can tell you this. First of all, I've made it very clear to this lady where I stand. Yeah. She's repeated what I've said to her back to me. Yeah. So I know it's clear.
Yeah.
Right? Like where we stand. I love her to death. I really do. But it goes to it. There is a line in the sand because I'm not trying. Dude, that's where I feel like I could be like very selfish.
Because like no man, like you're talking about the reason why I don't deal with a lot of women if I can, because I'm aware that if I meet a woman who seems like she needs help, I will want to help her.
You know, one of the things that my mom told me when I was growing up was like, you always date women that are broken. Yeah. And I sat there and argued with her for like, I don't remember, but I wasn't having it, you know, like I didn't want to accept what she was saying.
Yeah.
But it's kind of true. Like, I was always, like, going for women that were... I mean, but I'm broken. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's the nature of people in this day and age. We all have some type of trauma that we're dealing with.
Your page flipped a little bit just when the air turned on.
I can see that.
All right, so what else do you want to?
Let's bring it back then, man. We'll bring it back to the infinite high school, the Peter Pan syndrome.
Yeah. What were you saying?
Concept is simple in that most people in the world that we deal with are constantly in a form of high school, quote unquote.
Yeah. Okay, I know what you're. Yeah.
Like, we're confined to the area that we frequent, whether it be a job that you go to, certain hobbies that you practice with other people. There's only so many things that you can do in a day, and certain things you do consistently by necessity, like, of course, going to work or going to the grocery store. And you're only going to go to so many places. Like, other things you'll want to do for entertainment or to work out or something, just to spread some energy. But regardless of all this, you still live in some sort of bubble in the environment that you live in. And this kind of puts us in the same type of situation as high school to a degree, because we see social media and it allows us to see outside our little bubble, but it's also real in the same time, because when you're poking outside of the bubble, it can cause your interior consistency, the bubble that you live in, to bust, and now you're in a crazy world of chaos because you happen to step outside of this self-contained world that you're used to living in on week to week. So we consistently fight with our desire to expand our bubble and, like, meet more people, have more opportunity, but at the same time our bounds are, like, we're bound by the many, like, different issues that come across in our physical world that cause us to make our bubble what it is instead of expanding.
Damn true.
Like, this is a kind of this is a heavily layered concept, but, like, the basis of the idea is that we don't realize that we're living in this high school type of scenario, and by that nature, we are constantly rejecting things that could be good for us because we think we have another option outside of this high school scenario, this social media that tells us that we have all these options outside of the bubble. And yes, you can reach them, but are they worth it?
Okay.
That's just the beginning of the concept.
All right, do you want me to add in on that?
Yeah, I mean, what do you think about that?
I mean, dude, what the fuck did you just say? I get what you're saying. Like, you just, like, what, like, how did you come up with this? Like, all right, here's how I can relate to it. Is me as a kid noticing that not necessarily my mom, but my mom's friend that would call her, right? And then just talk about her work day. Mm-hmm. My mom would put dude, I'm about to put somebody on fucking blast if they ever fucking find out about this. It'd be crazy if they did. My mom would literally put her on speakerphone and just, like, put the phone down and just let her lady friend talk. But it was just gossip, or it was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Where were you going with this? Because you're talking about this high school. Say it again. Say, like, what's the theory?
Infinite high school theory. As we grow older, we are thinking that we're growing up, but instead
we're all little babies, dude.
Instead, we're still the kids.
We're all little babies.
We're still living inside a new high school that we're not even aware.
Okay, think about this.
That it's that high school.
How long is this?
Let me finish breaking it down real quick, just so everyone else can understand, just by me spacing it out again.
Please.
So, let's do it like this. You wake up in the morning, You go to work.
Wake up
After work, you go to these places to eat, maybe, or you go to a place to relax and work out. Maybe you like rock climbing. Maybe you like working out at a gym. Maybe
You're
like
over-explaining
maybe like
it.
jujitsu.
You're over-explaining
Yeah. I mean, sure, but
you wake up, you do something, you go to bed, and you wake up.
You
and
live
you do
in
the
a
same
bubble.
thing.
Yes, you live in a bubble, and at the same time, we're aware of the stuff outside of the bubble through social media.
I wonder if they can pick up.
That is the basis of Infinite High School.
That's the only high school I'm gonna
Our bubble is the Infinite High School, and it's
This mic picks up so much shit. Dude.
it's broken up. Our bubble is messed up, or
Our bubble is fucked up,
disoriented.
Okay, so
by
what you're
its
talking about?
nature,
You brought
by
up
the stuff we
Instagram
see
and
outside
stuff
of
like that.
Yeah, that's the stuff we see outside of the bubble. That
That's
keeps us
why I don't want to have
distorted.
children.
Yeah, it keeps us distorted because we can't.
I can't imagine what my niece is gonna go through. I'm not gonna name drop anything like that because I understand why fucking blue lighted fucking Instagrams are fucking like shadow box or like or putting emojis over their kids' faces. Yes, like you just don't know. Ah, man.
Yeah, like that right there is people
child celebrities
putting their kids into a sort of bubble. They're putting them into a bubble before they're even old enough to recognize where they are. As they grow older, that social media credibility isn't going to resonate with their growth as much as it'll touch their heads and make them think differently about themselves. So you'll have some kids who will be like, hey, I was popular as a Instagram baby, so I should have a higher feeling about myself.
There's so many branches of that tree that you could go down that, like, it's, I don't know if you're trying to if you're trying to solve a problem, because the problem that you're talking about can't be fixed.
No, I'm not trying to solve a problem. I'm trying to make people aware of an issue.
I mean, yeah, like, yeah, okay. I mean, I get that.
I'm trying to make people aware of what they're dealing with, and I guess the way to solve the problem would to try to graduate.
High school?
Try to graduate your Infinite High School.
This is a metaphor.
And the graduation, as I got right here, it's finding that other person who you can live a life that you have a plan with.
Dude, I'm way out of high school.
I'm just saying, like, once you what is college? What is college? You know,
high school.
To a degree.
Yeah.
But
and
the idea behind college,
and after college was still high school.
The idea behind college is
I get what you're
study
saying.
something, and you have a path for the rest of your life.
Yeah, and even if you go, I have friends that are in that bring work home with them. They bring home with them, and it's gossip about the workplace. That's fucking high school.
Yeah, that's not what you want. You want.
Is that what you're kind of trying to say?
I'm trying to say that
you're in the pattern of like just like.
I'm trying to say, yeah, we are in a pattern. Like, and you need to be aware of the pattern.
So
I'm ways to get outside of it without hurting yourself in a negative way.
I'm sitting in a pushback, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're waiting for
pushing back planes. By the way, 'cause we haven't even talked about how you'll push back planes.
So, and we're waiting for a plane to come into the gate, and I'm sitting there talking to a guy that I've never talked to before. I just had that epiphany, or not epiphany. I've had this thought before, but the flashback of my civics and economics teacher telling me, like, hey, in public, this time I'm in 7th grade. Did I already say this?
No.
I was in 7th grade, and my civics and economics teacher. By the way, I have some funny stories about him.
Dude, I got some good.
He played football, and he played football in high school in the 70s, 60s, and 70s. And he talked about like how he was like sent in on the field for one reason. It was to fuck people up. He was sent in to break fingers. He's like, when they pile up, make sure that receiver's hand comes out broken. I was like, damn, son. And he was the defensive coordinator for our high school football team.
Damn. Your whole conference was broken.
And he was teaching civics and economics.
Holy shit.
And he's just he's a smart dude.
This is how the world works.
You know what's crazy?
We just fuck up motherfuckers if they come in our way.
On his extra credit, like when he would do in-class exams or quizzes or tests or whatever, his extra credit were questions from the last or the latest episode of The Simpsons. So if you watch The Simpsons on Monday night, it was either Monday or Tuesday night, right? And it was at like it came on
Simpsons
before.
coming out on Sunday night.
It might have been Sunday. Yeah. I don't know what night it was, but it was at like it came on, and then King of the Hill came on. It was like I don't know what channel it was on. Was it TV? Fox? Was it Fox? And that would be his extra credit. He'd be like, if you what was Lisa's or what was Bart's lesson or what did Ralphie? Dude, I learned The Simpsons through my civics and economics teacher. That was the prelude to fucking South Park.
Yeah.
Or Futurama. It was the same.
Family Guy.
Yeah. The Simpsons was first.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is my civics and economics teacher. The one thing that he taught me, I 7th grade, dude, and it still stuck with me. He said, you go into conversation with somebody. And so I'm talking to somebody at work, right? I'm sitting in a pushback. And this fucking thought popped back in my... This was last week. And he goes, and I'm sitting there talking to him, and my civics and economics teachers the thing that he says pops into my head. He goes, never talk about politics, religion, and sexuality.
Yeah.
You don't talk about these 3 things, and you can have a conversation with anybody.
Yeah.
And the reason it popped in my head was because, dude, man, it's like, yo, man, it's hot out here today. And I was like, yeah, how about that weather? And I was just like, yuck. Dude, because nobody wants to talk about real shit, bro.
Yeah, no.
You know, it's like, I mean, I could just blow your fucking mind right now. I was like, I just say random stuff just to see, like, what happens.
No, I mean, that's interesting because,
but when I'm at work, bro, I'm going to end it with this. When I'm at work, I really am conservative. Outside of work, I'm completely, I wouldn't say it, like...
completely liberal, but you're having fun.
I am. I'm still
You're a free bird.
I try
free bird.
That's
15 minutes long.
That's a good
That's my life.
Yeah, and that was in rhythm and tone and pitch.
Yeah.
I think you nailed it.
No, I definitely didn't, but I mean, I did my best. Maybe.
It is like a 9-minute phone call.
I'm vocally fucking superb if I want to be, but today, right
awesome
now,
song.
we're chilling.
You don't talk about politics, you don't talk about religion, and you don't talk about your gender and sexuality. There's like your 3 things. And it
used to be politics, race, religion, but now gender and sexuality
is hard not to talk about because it's not that you don't talk about it. You don't talk about you like where you stand in like what used to the middle class.
I'm actually very racist.
Yeah, nobody does that. But nobody ever talks about like what would you consider yourself? I would consider myself, I'm pretty sure like middle class, but low on the low end of middle class. Because I went to school with people that, like, I went to the same school, and obviously it was a public school, right? But I knew the kids that there was a neighborhood that was like within running distance, maybe like 4 miles, something like that. But it was called something else, and you walked to that. Like my parents almost bought in that neighborhood, and I'm glad they didn't, because the value of my parents' house now, or the house that I grew up in, is worth more than the house that, like, any of the houses that were in this other development, because they're all ticky-tacky, very pushed up together, and the neighborhood that I grew up in, they're all spread out, like, they're given, like, acres. Yeah,
and are you saying that the other neighborhood was
rich? Yeah. Like, everybody that, like, had money came from that neighborhood.
Yeah.
Like, there was, like, 4 buses just dedicated to that neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and like 5 kids rode each bus. They're just like, yes, I will have a whole row to myself, please.
Anyways. You're gonna have to go on. This. Did we do this already? On this one? Your 8 bars. Was that last one?
No, I definitely put on a beat and did some stuff.
Am I melting episodes together?
Maybe, I don't know.
Oh, that's bad. This is a different day, by the way. Like I said, it's April 1st, 2000. What did I say? 43.
43. 42?
Yep.
One of them days.
Yeah.
We're in the future right now.
By the way, this is the little dog. It's a little dog.
The dog is actually
and he does not like this.
You don't even know.
Hey, go up here.
What they're doing right now.
No, because they don't get any video.
You're not getting video.
They don't get video, unfortunately, and I'm so okay with it. But this is my baby.
That's why we're going to completely push past this.
Yeah, let's push past it.
Let's push past it. Kissing his dog.
Good people.
Return to the internet.
Everybody love everybody. That's my message. I know. Like, here's what's fucked up. I think you told me one time. It was like, you should look past the fact that you live in a dog-eat-dog world.
Everybody has a body, so we are everybody.
Like, you either fuck or you get fucked. And it's not that I do one or the other. It's just I'm aware of the world that I live in. So, like, I'm really nice to everybody. But, like, if somebody wants to fucking play chess with me, I'll fucking play chess. Yeah. I'll whatever it is. Like, I'm very much aware of how the world works. I'm not gullible, naive by any means. I don't think you are either. But, like, I think that, like, how cool would it be if you were? Don't you think you'd just live, like, a less stressful life? If you were, like, this gullible, naive character. Everything, oh, no, like the Book of Job. It's not even in the Book of Job.
No, really. No, that's definitely not the story for it. But, I mean, kind of. He was kind of, you could say he was gullible and naive on a certain level, but like I don't really want to get the book. Yeah,
let's go into religion. Hey, by the way, everybody that's listening, there's so many different things. Look, we're 47 minutes in.
Yeah, sure. That's the time.
Do you want to just let's bring attention to the fact that the podcast that you're listening to, the Damned, DA and MD, talking it through, figuring out what's wrong, what's right, and the differences, and
helping people make sense of the world and find some peace within their knowledge of actually understanding what is going on.
Can I make just a ridiculous joke?
Make it.
God had betrayed me so long ago. But he asked for forgiveness, and I've given him forgiveness, and then wait, I don't know if that's the way it works. Is it?
I mean, you can forgive
God. So like I have a weird relationship with my creator.
God's
this guy is like, dude, I'm like I've like, guys, people, we're gonna do deep dives into conversations like this, but I just want to give people a little bit of a taste on how we think.
Yeah. Like
religiously. Mm-hmm. Okay. We both grew up from Baptist families.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Baptized when I was 10 years old with my mother and my brother. But I went to a very highly sophisticated church, with TVs and cameras and all big orchestra and a huge band.
My church was we start this practice. So we're singing, we're just chilling, we're saying something, we're singing, we're saying something, we're singing, we're saying something. Go home.
Yeah. When I went to, I won't name drop, right? Yeah. But chick, right? Mm-hmm. And I go to her church, and everybody knows everybody. Mm-hmm. It's the coolest thing, right?
Yeah.
Hey, how was work at the factory? I'm just saying something how's your niece? Is she doing okay in the hospital? Or it's everybody knew everybody.
Yeah.
It's oh, I didn't see you last Sunday. Yikes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are you okay? He's yeah. It's it's not this. It's it was an awesome church, man.
No, I think that's the level. What you mean. And I went to a church like that. It was all right, it's my mom's day to decide which church we go to instead of my dad's. And we went to a church where everyone was there's strong camaraderie, but at the same time there was less of a focus on the Bible, so to speak. the standard church I went to, the preacher would get on stage. You like I said, they'd sing a song and then they'd talk about a verse, and they'd focus on the verse. They'd focus on what they thought their message of the verse was, and then they would take that and then they would move into a different song. And now the other church would kind of have a broad message, not particularly focus on a verse as much as just a broader message of just like something you can take into your next week of life. And the people at that church were a lot more personable with each other than at the standard church, where we were just going kind of in a formulaic manner. And I think that's something that you'll find, like, if you just look around, like, if you can preach the broad message and have people understand, it's often more powerful than the individual verse that people can't quite decipher, because the Bible is very, very hard to decipher.
So we're hitting like very hot topics right now.
Yeah.
So what I would like to say is that, like, from my view, is that anybody that is on that path, like, it would be an evil thing to do to take them off that path, I feel like, because I've seen a lot of good things come through that path.
Yeah.
And so it would be like weird to even be like, you're not on the right path. Like that'd be kind of like a weird thing to do. Because so like it's hard to have conversations with people that that want to turn me, like, and I'm like, I'm okay. I promise you I'm okay. Like, even, like, I can talk to you about family members. I can talk to you about, like, she's one of my best friends, right? Mm-hmm. Like I've known her for, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. I've known her for 8 years. Not very long. But she's a sweetheart, and she's just became like on this religious path, right? Mm-hmm. And she's all about it, and I love it, man. But like and she'll like want to have conversations with me. We're gonna get off this, by the way, because this is heavy. But I think that it's important for like anybody that's listening to us to know that me and DA we see things differently. I don't think that we really do. I think that at the end of the day, we see things the same way.
Similarly, yeah.
Like, I might just have it's the same end thing, I think.
I mean, like, we can come to the same realization on certain things, but yeah,
what's crazy is, like, I know that, like,
we have different fundamentals.
Well, when I talk to her, it's an insult for me to say stuff like that. To say that I'm on the same page as her. Because she says, well, you're not. Yeah. And I totally understand.
Because you have different fundamentals.
Yeah. Mm. But to me, and it's so hard to explain that, to say, like, man, like, dude, does anybody, like, my thing is, I've tried to talk. There's nobody that answers back to me. Mm-hmm. But I've like, whatever created me, I ask that question. And I say, dude, this is, like, kind of cringing, but, like, am I wrong to question that? And the answer that I get back, what I'm pretty sure is my subconscious, or like my conscious, like, answering is, no, you're okay. Like,
yeah,
if your creator created you, and for you to have those thoughts and to question that, it's like, you're okay, you're good, you're fine. Don't worry about it. You're good. And it's like, don't drive your shit. Don't go batshit crazy over this thought. It's like you're asking right questions.
Yeah.
Like,
there's nothing wrong with asking the question, but yeah.
But no, what I'm saying is that I get the response back that, well, basically it's like, well, why did you ask that question? And then I go, why did I ask that question? And I go, well, you created me. Like, these thoughts that I'm having are from this idea of thought. Bro, like, this is just, like, philosophical ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. There is no end or beginning to my madness.
Yeah.
I just wanted to dip a little bit into that, dabble a little bit into like why, like, and then we can talk about also like
the
things.
Religious conundrum.
Well, like I said, like I want people to know that it's okay to be religious.
Yeah. No, there's a balance. We live in this physical world.
And you know what? I might be fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, you might not understand. I mean,
yeah.
that's my.
But what's crazy? I'm gonna add too. It's like through high school, I went through Old Testament 1 and Old Testament 2, which is the first and second. The first half of the Old Testament, and then second half of the Old Testament, and then my junior year was
the New Testament.
New Testament, and then senior year was the second half of the New Testament. So I took one.
Did you learn that in school or by your own?
What do you mean?
Like, was that a class you took to learn that?
So the way that it worked was because it was a public school, like it was privately funded. So we had to put on theater acts at the end of the year to fund it. Yeah. We had to do just like things within this the like our like half of the. It was a cool class, man, and she was like, I would name drop her so bad too because she's like such a fucking awesome teacher, and. But it was privately funded. But, like, what was cool is that it was a public school and it was accepted. It was like, man, I want to name drop her so bad. And it was in a trailer, so it had to be outside of the school. She didn't get a room, in the school. And then we threw on, like, just parades and theaters. Just like little skits within that were funded, and I like in those class. I don't regret any of that.
Yeah,
that was like some of the best times. I just don't like. I don't like the conversations that I've had with some, like, especially this girl, dude. Such a sweetheart, but to me, I think she's got it wrong. You know, like she's kind of studying the work wrong.
Yeah. No, I mean, when it comes to Christianity, it's definitely, or any religion, it's not easy to decipher it in a way where you're going to be able to spread it to people and also feel like it's bringing power to your life. It's easy to choose one or the other. It's easy to be like, this is giving me power, and anybody else who doesn't understand it doesn't have the power that I have. And that's a bit of the issue.
Where do you think I stand? Right there in the middle, man. That's where I am.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And that's an issue where the common person who can't...
It's a hard place to be.
Can't really find a true belief, deals with people who feel like they have one. Like, you're dealing with people in the middle.
That has, though.
Yeah, I mean, sure, like...
But I just don't like them pushing it on me.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I found something different. But when I try to tell them that it's the same, it's an insult. I just found the key. I feel like I really did find the key.
Yeah, there's a higher understanding.
Yes. Absolutely.
For sure. I'm just trying to...
if you trying to relate it back to like how we like first started this, like...
It's just like we're talking about these people and their different sects, their different groups, and their beliefs, and I'm thinking about how everything relates to the more physical world that we deal with. Like, for example, this girl you're talking about, she fits into a certain level of the physical world just by the nature of her attractiveness, that dealing with that while also dealing with her spiritual practice makes her just it makes it hard to survive on a day-to-day basis because she's dealing with everyone pulling on her in the physical world.
I feel like
she's
she's
trying to
fighting.
go into
I feel
the
like she's
spiritual
fighting
world.
her own demons.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
I think that's what she's
fighting.
Going through.
She's fighting. Yeah, she's fighting the demons of the physical and the demons of the spiritual at the same time because she's trying to live in both.
Look, man, I talk to my demons. Look, bro, look, the way that it is what it is, and you just gotta. It's either you're the top player or you're not. Well, you gotta have a handle on. Look, man, everybody has a fucking angel and a devil on their shoulder.
Sure.
If you don't, you're fucking psycho.
Sure.
All right. So it's up to you, like, how to handle that stress. You know, either be in charge of it or don't, and then understand like what to you is like all right. So you've got a devil and an angel on your shoulder, right? What are you talking about necessarily? Like what is something that you wouldn't want to go home and tell your mom? This is one thing my mom always told me. This said I don't live by this either, and I should, but I don't. But my mom said and I don't think my mom did either. But my mom, we have to wrap this up, okay? We're gonna make this one like we're ending this pretty shortly. But sorry, and I love everybody, but my mom said if I can't go home and tell my mom I did something, then I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Like if I can do this, and you know what? That's what's crazy. As soon as I started doing shit, my mom told me that, I was like, fuck it. I have to tell my mom like I did this. So my mom knew everything that I did.
Yeah.
I was like, do you remember when I was like 17 or 18 and I was like running up the stairs and you freaked me out and almost fell down the stairs and then like jetted into the bathroom and like turned on the shower and then hoped to God you weren't just standing out there waiting on me when I got out? No, I don't know what you're talking about. I was like tripping shrooms hard. She's like, Matthew, I just name dropped mine. All right, everybody knows my name. I don't give a fuck. MD though, let's go. There's only so many M names. Michael. Hey.
Yeah.
Mitchell.
Marcus.
Marcus. I'm a Marcus. I'm definitely a Marcus. So I tell her stories like that and everything, but yeah, don't do anything that you wouldn't want to come home to your mom to tell you. But
no, I mean,
I think
this what you're saying is really like, and even before we're talking about these spiritually inclined individuals. Like it's spiritually inclined to not want to deal with that bad karma. Like that is, you're not trying to deal with
karma.
No, I mean, I'm not saying karma is a powerful concept in itself, but it's about it's about the bad.
I broke a mirror. I broke a mirror in 2016,
ideas, things that are
and it's
not
2023.
good for you.
So I'm just now getting over my 7-year fucking spell that I've been put under.
I don't even know what you're talking about
dude,
anymore.
If you break a mirror,
okay,
you have 7 years of bad luck.
Yeah, but it's BS.
I broke it in 2016, and
That's
I've had
BS
shit
right there.
fucking... Yeah, no, but don't walk underneath the ladder.
I think that's like some
Do you want a black cat?
perpetuating idea.
All right, so you're right, though. Yeah. I think... No. So, you want to get into the spiritual reality and stuff like that. It's like, I have fights with my demons and
I
stuff
actually
like
want to pull us back from that. We can go back into the spiritual, but I want to talk about...
Let's not.
I want to talk about the physical aspect
Of
this
is
infinite high school society.
All right, let's go.
Because I talked about how we're bound by the obstructions of the physical world. Well, it's different for guys and girls. Because I talked about how the bubble can be broken by you seeing things outside of it. And that's an issue that girls deal with more than guys. Because an average girl, by the nature of this infinite high school theory, an average girl is automatically a popular girl just by social media. She is automatically a popular girl, while 90% of the guys end up being those niche group guys, like whether they're woodworking guys or nerdy computer game playing guys or into sports guys. Like that's just what us, like most guys, as they age out of high school and move into the career world. Are you a engineer guy? Are you a construction guy? You end up being a niche guy, and you can't relate with the popular girl because they're not in their niche.
The popular girls like the anybody that worked for the masonry, bro. Like any type.
They
of
like
masonry.
the type. They like the jocks.
No, not necessarily.
I mean, not even necessarily, but let me continue breaking this down.
There were jocks that were
90% of the guys are niche groups, but there are also this 10% of guys who are able to figure out what women like, and they become the, so to speak, jocks. So, while 90% of the guys are limited by their career, by their interest in certain sports, or their interest in certain news, their interest in certain politics or social groups, but like at the same time, people come into these relationships in high school where they realize, hey, she's the popular girl, but she can bond with certain nerds.
Right,
like,
right. Yeah.
If they grew up around each other or something, they might have a special bond.
I see it every day.
Or if some guy is just able to reach her
I know how that works.
on a special level, then they can have a special bond.
That's fucking magic, bro.
Yeah, and that's kind of how you see these long-term relationships ending up. It's just,
and they're unique as fuck.
But it's a popular girl and a nerd by the social status of our modern day, which shouldn't even be that way. Like, a guy who is good at construction and is moving up in his
anybody
job,
that knows how to put down foundation.
Yeah, he should be a jock in his own position, but only certain women are going to be able to see that as power.
That is still power, Drew.
No, I'm not saying it isn't. I'm just saying only certain will. And so 10% of the guys end up as these jocks who are hyper confident, they're focused on their craft at the highest level, and they can use that to portray their status among like different people, and that pulls in all types of like interests, and so that makes them big and entitled, like just as if in high school, like any girl would be entitled, they would feel entitled. The guy would feel entitled if he was a guy with like a natural physique.
There's different women for different men. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, some women, dude. I can just tell you what I'm personally searching for, but I want somebody that will get down on their knee. Yeah. I mean this like in all the right ways, but just like like you want to start a garden or something, and I mean this real, dude. I mean it like on a real level. Get down and dirty with me. Get down on your knees. Let's build it together.
As far as like natural physique in high school for the jocks that made them attractive is equivalent to massive amounts of work.
We're talking about two different things right now.
Massive amounts of work to maintain to gain and maintain success.
Here's what I'm trying to say is, all right, a good example is my brother and his wife. In order for them, not in order for them, they could have done it in a lot of ways, and they're definitely okay financially, but they decided prior to them getting married, and like knowing that they wanted to save for like a honeymoon, and like this cool ass experience, they both were cleaning. I think it was like it was either my brother's business of work or like, and my brother held like a high position at this place too. But like he was cleaning all of the bathrooms. But it was him and his wife. His girlfriend or his fiance at the time would go in there and they'd tell stories about like how like people just don't give a fuck when it comes to like public restrooms.
Yeah.
So they're cleaning all this stuff just to treat each other to a better honeymoon. That's what's up.
Yeah, that's powerful.
And
that's a bond.
That's a team. Yeah. That's what you want. You want an item. You don't want I understand what you're saying. There's this portion of as a man that you want to be this provider. I totally get that, because there's security behind it, but there's also insecurity when it comes to, damn, dude, I just lost my job and now I don't know how to provide for my significant other, and that sucks.
Yeah.
You don't want to ever not be able to. I don't even know what I'm fucking talking about anymore, but. And I'm trying to relate it back to what you're trying to say.
Yeah. Well, to broaden the idea, the guy's position in it kind of comes to kind of circus in effect, because people are jumping through hoops, so to speak. A large percent of guys is 90, or we'll say 80 to 90% of guys are willing to jump through any hoop for a girl to validate.
Okay, yeah.
Whereas about 50% or less, these guys who are aware of what we, so to speak, game, they define their own hoops so they can show off to the women that, hey, I popped through this, and this. So you know that I'm a dude that you gotta respect, and that's these guys with game who are able to get a lot of girls. They're just able to jump through these hoops and display it to the woman properly. So the woman's like, I found a good one.
Okay.
So they create their own course, basically. They create their own circus course to showcase their talent, and that's kind of what people teach in game. They're teaching you things to say.
Drew, you need to get off the game, though. That's the problem.
I mean, I'm not even worried about. Personally, I don't worry about game. I don't when I speak.
No, that's when being in high school. That's what that is.
I know it's dumb. It's not truly relatable, because personally, I'm trying to graduate. I'm trying to.
Yes.
When I talk to a woman, I'm trying to reach her on a higher level, to where we can actually truly connect, because we're both both out of high school. We're both beyond that section.
Unsubscribe to Bumble, unsubscribe to Tinder, unsubscribe to anything that is a dating profile, and concentrate on yourself. And I guarantee you, the girl will come to you. I promise you, she will.
I mean, I'm not actively using any of those apps, though.
I get you, but. You get what I'm saying, though, right?
No, I understand.
Don't go search for that.
That is a bit of the truth, and it's also a bit of a lie. We have to actively seek relationships.
Do not. No, you do not.
If you're going to find the right one, I feel like you do.
I'm telling you, you don't. You don't.
But how much can you say that when you're not in that right relationship?
Because I don't seek it, Drew.
Yeah.
And
but just because you don't seek it
results
doesn't mean you'll find it.
But I'm not. No. Okay, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I totally do, because but it's still all right. So even if I was out there searching for,
because you remind me of what I hear a lot from the girls' point of view is they're going to manifest the man that they want.
No.
And you're not trying to go into that, but at the same time, it sounds kind of like a similar idea that I'm not going to focus, and it's just going to come to me.
And it does.
And it could. And I'm saying it could for her. It could for you.
It already has, and I turn it down.
And is that
because I didn't even that's my fault.
Is that the right answer?
Because I'm still concentrating on myself.
Yeah, and that's what I see is a bit of an issue where
that's nobody's
we're
fault.
more focused on ourselves than the world.
Women are, for sure.
World at whole.
Men are too.
No, I mean both sides, because we
can
sit above this thing and act like, oh, we're men and we understand how the world works now and how it's supposed to work in the future.
Yes,
we've
everything
put the
that I'm
time
saying,
into figuring out how the world's going to develop.
Is said by the single guy that isn't in a relationship.
Yeah,
I get it.
Because there's a different thing. Because
obviously you're going to say.
I'm not trying to hate on women at all, but
no, I get what you're saying.
They have a different focus in their youth than figuring out exactly how the world works, because they already have a prescribed plan of how the world works. Men run the world. I have to figure out how to.
All right. Well, then answer the question. Why don't they? Why do majority of like? I'm serious, dude. Like,
it's deeper than that, though. It's deeper than men run the world. It's so much deeper than that.
I understand where you're going with all of this. Man, we're going on. We're gonna make this 120. This is gonna be under 120. So, I only have one thing to I probably have several things to add to this, but what's the main thing that you're trying to say right now?
That people
make it into one sentence.
One sentence on the infinite high school theory is a bit difficult, but if I was going to say it, we're constantly living or consistently living in our own infinite high school bubble, and it's up to us as individuals to figure out what that is and make the most of it. Because like a lot of people are just too focused on everything outside of their bubble.
This was a serious episode.
I mean, I have serious.
This kind of got kind of dark and like real.
That's dependent on
damn, man.
Like this is what the podcast is exactly. We're going deep.
So cringe, bro. Oh, it is.
You're fucking cringe.
I know I am.
But yeah, man.
I'm still BF.
Like I talked about how people set up their own like dudes will set up their own hoops to showcase their talents. And but those guys, they're only jocks when the lights are on. Like when the lights go out,
I know these guys.
Yeah, exactly. When the lights go out, the girls find out that they're really full of shit, and they end up leaving them, and we end up with single mothers.
Can we make something funny, please?
I'm sorry. Let me wrap this up, and then we can chill out. We can chill the freak out. But I just want to close this out with how the settling down is our form of graduation in a sense. And if you know,
you got a whole fucking outline.
It's like if you know where you're going from there, that's a true graduation. Because for a jock, every day, once you're an adult, is homecoming game, man. For the dudes who are super successful, every day is homecoming game. They can go out and they can have a crazy freaking day. But for the normal dude, the average guy, we get like 3 homecoming days a year.
No, I don't even get that.
Maybe, I know. That's what I'm saying.
But I'm not putting in the effort.
And yeah, we have to put in the effort.
But I know, like when
we gotta fucking make the posters. We gotta organize the pep rally. We gotta do the whole thing for our few ones.
Sometimes it's not even fucking worth it.
Yeah, and that's the whole breakdown, man. That is the infinite high school theory.
I hate that, and I love ladies too. You're the sweetest fucking creation that has been given to what am I saying? The universe?
The universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just like, and it's not just like the sex in itself. It's I like compassion. I like, and within a relationship, I like communication. I like to make each other. I think everybody listen. And scene. I like. Oh man, we're gonna try to wrap this up, okay? So big thing is, in a sense, I guess it is hard to graduate high school, right, Drew? Right, Drew?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. We're coming up on 118, 119, and I'm going to try to wrap this up. I love everybody. Like I said before, my Instagram is and my Twitter is and Drew's personal telephone number is 555. I believe it's 581-2181. Anything else you have to say?
Yeah.
I'm done, dude.
I know. My boy's checked out.
I've fucking checked out.
It happens.
I love everybody, by the way.
Hey.
People are delicious. Everybody should taste
only
everybody.
So many people can
the downstairs areas
put so much work into this stuff.
Are more personal like levels of commitment, but
he's totally checked out.
I like candles. Candles are fun. What else do I like? My best friend's my dog. When I lose him, I'm gonna need somebody to talk to. It's gonna be a very sad day.
All right, to shut this guy down as we just
talk about
finish this thing out. This guy is not.
I love
not where
life.
I am anymore.
Hey, do you have your own? Do you have?
We're gonna keep this moving in the future.
Do you have a therapist that you talk to?
No.
You should, man. Everybody should have one.
I
you
thought
need to get
about
booked,
it,
bro.
I've had a therapist.
I had to have one for certain reasons.
Yeah. I'm doing pretty decent.
I was what was mandated therapist, and I was like on Zoom calls with her. She was a fucking awesome person, but I was like, this is bullshit, right? She's like never committed to me, just like or not like. I was like, you know, this is bullshit, right? She's like, this is bullshit. She's like, all right, you passed. You can go back to work.
Nice.
I was like, so long story short. No. I'm not a threat to. I almost made a very bad joke, but I can't do that with my profession. You know what I mean? Like, I work for the government, right?
Yes, sir.
Fly safe. Love everybody.
But yeah, let's slow it down a little bit.
I'm done, dude. Cashed out.
I hear you. That's why I'm just saying, whatever platform we're on.
What platform
comment,
do we want to go on?
Subscribe. We're going on Spotify.
We are going on Spotify.
We're going to be on Spotify. We're going to be on YouTube. Maybe in the future we'll stream
number
on
one,
Twitch.
by the way. Look out, Joe.
Yeah, we might be streaming on Twitch. We're gonna hit them.
Look, we're not going anywhere without video.
You're gonna see some. You're gonna see some clips on TikTok eventually. You're gonna see some clips on Instagram. It's gonna be everywhere. It's gonna be in your social space, and you're gonna have to deal with it.
Look at this guy.
You're gonna have to deal with it.
I like how you talk to. You squint your eyes when you're doing this too.
Hey, I'm just telling the people.
You become this alter ego of the. You are. Are you the DA?
I have.
That's how the DA would look too. Look, Judge. Look at your DA right now. Your DA's fucked up. He's showing up to court.
I'm open to a multiplicity of circumstances.
If the glove doesn't fit, you must.
To place on anybody who is willing to listen to my
who's the better team,
vernacular.
Hey, look, what we'll do too is we're gonna
increases.
have some like weird stuff. If you guys want to like do things in comments and everything, is let him know who's better. Is it Duke or is it Chapel Hill?
And the answer is simple enough.
Tar Heels? Or is
you
it the
already
Duke?
know.
Is it the Dookie?
Just look at the team that set a record for
it says Dookie
for being the number one team in the country and not making the NCAA tournament. I don't think that's ever happened to Duke.
You had the best coach of all time.
Sure we did. Of course we did.
But you did.
Y'all had a pretty good coach too, but he wasn't as good. So I mean, what are we even talking about?
I'm cashed out, bro. I told you, I'm done.
Cashing out.
You gotta sell it
now. Yo. So anyway, as we close it out, it's Infinite High School, boys.
Don't do illegal drugs.
You need to grow up. You need to graduate.
Practice safe sex.
Figure out what you're about and make it happen.
Don't cut off your dick. Just like wait a little bit. If you feel like you're a woman, fucking live like a woman. But don't just do sports and stuff like that. Don't do sports. It's kind of fucked up. Because it just is. Like, I mean, I've participated in co-ed sports and I've lost to a woman before.
Yeah, we're editing this whole shit out. Goodbye.
Okay.